Let's look at the third question. The line L1 has equation so and so. All right. Find the gradient of line 1. Now, before we can find out the gradient, we have to make y the subject, because remember, so this is part A. That's a good idea would be to label it. Y is equals to mx plus c. When you write it like this, when you make y the subject, the coefficient of x, which is m, is basically your gradient. So let's make y the subject. So we have 5y is equals to minus 3x plus 7. So you can see I've made 5y the subject, but not y yet. So y would be equal to minus 3 upon 5x plus 7 upon 5. Now you can compare this with y is equals to mx plus c, and as mentioned earlier, m, which is the coefficient of x, is the gradient. So that means the gradient of L1, which is line 1, is equals to minus 3 upon 5. So let's write that explicitly. And there you go. That's the answer to the first part. Now, let's have a look at part B. Let's see what part B says. So part B says, find the equation of line 2. Okay, now before that, line 2 is perpendicular. So that's very important. It's a key word. And passes through the point 6, negative 2. Now remember, in order to find out the equation of a straight line, there are technically two things that you need: the gradient and the point. Okay, so you can think of it this way, that your checklist should consist of two things. Number one, the gradient. Okay, so this is one box that you have to check. And then there is the point box that you have to check. If you can check both these boxes, that means you can find out the equation of a straight line. Now, if you think about it, as far as the point is concerned, we have that. The point is given to us explicitly, which is 6, negative 2. So let's write that. And while we're at it, let's check this box also. What about the gradient? Now notice that the gradient of line 1, the question made us figure that out, is minus 3 upon 5. And considering that the gradient of that line 2 is perpendicular to line 1, that means the gradient of that line would be equal to 5 upon 3. So that means now we can check the gradient box also. Okay, and we can use this formula, y minus y1 is equals to m x minus x1, to find out the equation of the straight line. And let's have a look if the question wants it a certain way. Yep, the question wants it in this form, so we better give it in this form only. So y minus y1 basically means y minus the y coordinate of the point that we're given is equals to m, which we're also given is 5 upon 3, into x minus x1, which means x minus the x coordinate of the point that we're given. Now, let's cross multiply. So this will become y plus 2. In fact, you know what, since we have to make y the subject, let's not cross multiply. Let's just expand the bracket. So this would be 5 upon 3x. And then 5 times 6 is 30. 30 divided by 3 is minus 10. If you're not feeling too confident, use a calculator, okay? So y is equals to 5 upon 3x minus 10 minus 2. Once again, you could have done this directly, but if you'd, like I said, if you're not feeling too confident, okay, let's put that on silent. So this would be 5 upon 3x minus 12. And there you go, fellas. That's the answer.